welcome to my channel. My name is Rebecca Bailey and I do videos, informational videos, lifestyle videos on Italy and just generally just living my life, guys. Okay, so please consider liking and subscribing to this channel. Thank you. Alright, so let's get into what this video is about. Quick video. Right, you may not know this, but if you are planning on moving to Italy, if you do find a partner, or if you have a partner already, Italian, who's an Italian citizen, and you meet him here, you meet them here, you know, you fall in love, etc., and you want to get married, something is a little bit different, guys. The law is a little bit different. The woman keeps her name, okay? As opposed to in the UK, we take her man's maiden name, our husband's maiden name. Here, that's not the case. We keep our name. Women keep their name. I honestly didn't know this before, guys. It's only when I moved to Italy I realized. I looked on the letters of some of my friends. No, my friend sent me an invitation and she had her name and her husband's name, and I'm like, why do you keep your name, your different name? Two different names. And then I looked at my boyfriend's name. I noted my boyfriend's parents' names, and I was like, on the door they have blah blah's name and blah blah's name, both names there. So then I came to the understanding. I asked the question, okay guys, why do you use different names? And they said, yeah, by law here we do not need to, once married, change our maiden names. We keep it for life. We have it and we keep it. And a lot of Italian women, they're very happy to do this. They don't, you know, they're happy to keep their name. They're like, why should I change my name? And also the men's like, why should you change your name? You don't have to. So yeah, so things are very different in terms of that here. All right, so for somebody like me that is a UK citizen, I've always been, you know, accustomed to a woman changing her name. So for me it's strange. I always thought that, oh, when I get married I'm gonna have my husband's name, you know. I've always thought that, so that's the idea in my mind. So upon hearing this information I was kind of like, oh, okay, you know, but that's just it here. So just bear that in mind, guys. All right, let me just read something from a website, because the information around this is very, very difficile. It's very sketchy and very difficult. So in the UK, I will be in England, in Italy. I'm married. You're still married, but you just keep your own name. Now, if you was to go back to the UK and maybe live with your husband, you'd have to change over your name, etc., etc. That's as far as I understand. If you're living in Italy and you just demand that you want your husband's name, the process is not easy at all. You have to jump over a lot of hurdles, a lot of paperwork. I think that they discourage it, if anything, for you to change your name, because they don't know who you are, basically. So British women, just off the website I'm going to read, British women who have changed their surnames following their wedding may have issues when dealing with Italian administrative bodies such as banks and the comuni. So you're going to run into problems if you do want to change the name. An individual in England may change their name at will without having to undergo any documentary formalities. Yeah, in the UK it's easy if you want to change your name. Here it's not easy. It is especially the case and tradition in England that women take their husband's surname, a marriage certificate, which shows both the woman's maiden name and the husband's surname, as suffice evidence to enable her to change her surname on her passport and driving license. On the other hand, in Italy, women tend to keep their maiden names. Their tax code is issued in the name and will normally be expected to remain the same for life. In general, the process of changing a name in Italy is complicated and involves several administrative bureaucratic hurdles. So basic, guys, a lot of work, or even making an application in court. So yeah. A British national who has changed her surname to her husband's in line with her country's usage may therefore encounter difficulties in Italy when dealing with Italian authorities who may not accept the change of the surname without a letter from the British government authority to prove that they are the same person as the one bearing the maiden name. So they're going to want proof, and in order to get the proof they need to go to the British embassy Okay, but the issue is the British Embassy have stopped issuing certificates of to validate this, so they stopped doing it. So there's nothing you can do basically. Let me continue reading, you'll get a clearer idea. Italian authorities are reluctant to accept a statutory declaration made under English law, as they do not recognise this as a valid legal instrument in the past. Where this has not been accepted, we have had a personally attended in order to argue the woman's rights. Okay, so they're talking about rights here. Authorities will therefore often ask for a letter from the British Embassy confirming legal practice in the UK. Unfortunately, this is the problem. Unfortunately, the British Embassy is not able to provide this. And in recent years, have asked alternative providers, which includes a handful of solicitors of England and Wales practicing in Italy, to assist British nationals in this regard. So you can see the process is not easy, guys. Okay, until 2017, the British Embassy provided a certificate confirming that the UK qualified solicitors of this firm were entitled to issue declarations as to British law for use in Italy. This was used successfully by one of our recently married clients, whose application for residence at the Comune of Rome had been blocked on presentation of her British passport showing her married name, but was accepted on depositing a declaration which we prepared confirming that British law allows a British woman to change her name upon marriage, and that the individual bearing the married surname is the same as the individual bearing the maiden name. So guys, it's pretty complicated if you do come here and you want to change your name. Update from March 2018, the British Embassy have been told by the ministry, let's call it the ministry, that our declarations will no longer be accepted by Italian authorities, that will only accept the declaration from the consulate. However, the consulate is not allowed to emit these declarations. You see, guys, so it's just kind of like going around in a circle. We are currently in talks with the British Embassy about how to move forward from here in order to assist British citizens who find themselves in this situation, and we'll be updating this article with any news as soon as we hear further. In the meantime, please do not contact us. Okay, so basically that's it. That was in 2018, so I'm not really sure if anything has changed. So guys, if you want your man's surname or maiden name, whatever, you want their second name, and you live in Italy, it's not going to happen. All right, so I thought I'd just let you know. I hope you found that helpful. Yeah, I will link this article down below because I guess I'm stolen information. We call it stolen. This is called From Oliver's Partners IT. Oliver and Partners. That's just where I read this document from. Yeah, read it from there. All right, guys. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope it helps. Ciao for now. Subscribe.